Luke sat alone on the edge of the small metal platform outside the outpost. The stars above him blinked like tiny eyes. The wind was dry and the sky was silent. Nothing moved. Nothing made a sound. He liked it that way. He liked the peace. He was just a soldier, far from home, doing his job in the middle of nowhere. Then the ship came. It was not big, but it was strange. The surface looked like silver water, smooth and cold. It landed without a sound. Luke stood up, hand near his sidearm. Ready. He waited. The door opened and a tall alien stepped out. She wore silver armor, and her skin was blue with dark marks. Her eyes were sharp and her voice was clear. "The Queen sends you a gift," she said. Luke frowned. He looked around. What kind of gift? She stepped aside. A small figure walked out. It was a girl, young, weak, and slow. She limped. Her eyes looked down. She said nothing. Her clothes were simple. One hand shook as she moved. "This is her daughter," the alien said. "She is broken. Keep her. Do with her as you like." Luke was silent. He felt the cold wind hit his face. He looked at the girl, then at the alien. "Why me?" "'Cause you are human," she said. "The Queen believes you will take pity." Then the alien turned and walked back into the ship. The door closed. The ship lifted and was gone in seconds. Luke stood there, staring at the girl. She stood still, head down, saying nothing. He walked over slowly. "What's your name?" The girl looked up, eyes dull and tired. Her lips moved. "Mia," he nodded. "I'm Luke. Come on, let's get you inside." He led her into the outpost. It was small, built from old metal parts and dust-proof glass. Inside, he gave her water and a seat. She drank slow and careful. She said nothing more. He watched her. She did not cry. She did not ask questions. She just sat. Her body was weak, but her eyes, those eyes were strange, like she saw things others could not. Later that night, others in the outpost heard the news. Some laughed. One man said they dumped their trash on us. Another called her a royal joke. Luke said nothing. He cleaned a room for her and gave her a blanket. She lay down without a word. In the days that followed, Mia barely spoke. She limped. She often sat alone, watching the sky or the machines. She never asked for anything, never smiled. Luke made sure she ate. He tried talking to her, telling her stories from Earth, about trees, rivers, and food. Sometimes her lips moved, trying to smile. Then strange things began to happen. A dead plant in the corner of the outpost started to grow again. A broken light flickered to life when Mia passed by. Once, Luke had a cut on his arm. After Mia sat near him for an hour, the cut was gone, not even a scar. He noticed these things. He didn't tell others. He just watched. One night he sat with her outside. The stars were bright. "Mia," he said, "do you feel different?" She looked at him. For the first time, her eyes were not dull. They had light. "Sometimes," she said. "Like what?" "Like the world talks to me," she said. "Like I can hear it, feel it." Luke nodded. He believed her. Something inside her was waking up. Something deep. Something the alien queen did not want the world to see. But Luke saw it. He saw the spark. He stood up and held out his hand. "Come on, I want to show you something." She took his hand. Her fingers were cold, but steady. That night, they walked to the edge of the ridge. From there, the stars looked close. He pointed up. "Out there, people think you're broken," he said, "but they're wrong. They have no idea what's really inside you." Mia looked at the stars. For the first time, she smiled. Luke smiled too. The prank had failed. The queen had sent her daughter as a joke, but something real had begun. And deep down, Luke knew this was just the beginning. The next few weeks were quiet, but strange things kept happening around the outpost. Luke stayed close to Mia and watched everything. The other soldiers laughed less now. They noticed things too. Lights would turn on by themselves. Broken tools would work again after Mia touched them. One night, the power system failed for the whole base. The lights went out, and the air system stopped. Everyone panicked. Then Mia walked to the control panel, placed her hand on it, and the whole system came back to life. Luke saw it all and said nothing. He didn't want to draw attention to her. He didn't trust what the others might do if they knew how strange she really was. Each morning, he walked with her around the edge of the outpost. She moved better now. Her steps were still slow, but stronger. Her voice was still soft, but clearer. He started asking her simple questions. She answered more each day. "Do you remember your home?" "Cold halls," she said. Guards. Silence. "Did anyone ever talk to you?" "No," she said. "I was hidden." Luke felt a fire grow in his chest. He hated the alien queen even more now. She had kept her own daughter locked away like a secret. She didn't just send Mia as a prank. She sent her because she wanted her gone. One day, while checking the perimeter wall, Luke saw Mia standing near a broken sensor. He called out, "Careful, it's sharp." She touched it with one hand. The metal twisted and reshaped. It was working again. She looked at him. "I didn't mean to," she said. "It's okay," he said. "You fixed it." Mia nodded. "Things talk to me, not words, but feelings. They tell me what they need." Luke crouched next to her. "That's not normal. Die. But maybe it's special." "Special means danger," she said. "That's what Mother said." "She was wrong," Luke said. "Very wrong." They walked back to the base. Luke kept thinking about what Mia said. Machines spoke to her. She felt what they needed. Made no sense, but it was real, and it was growing stronger. That night, he searched the old records. He found ancient notes about alien bloodlines. Some had gifts, rare ones. Powers that could move matter or heal life. Most of them were feared. Many were erased. He wondered if Mia had one of those gifts. Or maybe something even older. Later, he sat with Mia in the main hall. A few other soldiers were nearby, playing cards. They gave them strange looks but said nothing. "Do you want to try something?" Luke asked. Mia looked at him. "What?" Took a broken unit, placed it in front of her. "Can you feel this?" Mia touched it, closed her eyes. Her fingers moved across the surface. Then she stopped. "It's scared," she said. "It wants to work again, but it's tired." Luke smiled a little. "Machines don't get scared. But if that's how you feel them, then trust that." Mia breathed slow. Her hand began to glow, not bright but soft. A small blue light moved through her fingers. The unit made a noise. Lights blinked on it. "It's alive," Mia said. Luke picked it up. It worked. The others nearby stared. One soldier stood up. "How did she do that?" Luke stood. "She's helping. Don't question it." The soldier scoffed and walked off. Luke sat again. "They don't understand yet." Mia looked down. "They're scared." "Yeah," he said. "People fear what they don't know. But that doesn't mean we stop." That night, a storm came. Red lightning filled the sky. The shields failed for a few minutes. Power went out again, stood at the center of the base, and raised her hands. Her body glowed. The storm's energy bent around the outpost. Nothing was damaged. The power came back. No one laughed at her after that. They watched her with wide eyes. Some whispered. Some stayed away. But they knew she was more than she looked. Luke stood beside her as the wind died down. "You're not weak," he said. Mia looked at the sky. "I don't feel weak anymore." We smiled. "Good, because something tells me this is only the beginning." Far away, deep in space, the alien queen sat on her throne. A report came to her hands. Her eyes narrowed. Her daughter was alive. She crushed the report in her hand and said, "Prepare the guards. Bring her back. Now." The game had changed, but the queen didn't know who she was dealing with anymore. The sun was just rising over the dust hills when the warning alarm rang through the outpost. Luke jumped from his bed and ran outside. Others followed, still half asleep. Above them, dark shapes moved in the sky. Ships fast and silent, not human. They were the Queen's soldiers. Luke looked at Mia. She stood near the gate, calm eyes fixed on the sky. Her hands glowed faint blue. She already knew. "They're here for you," Luke said. Mia nodded. "She wants me back." "You're not going anywhere," he said. Luke ordered the soldiers to prepare for defense. They set up shield walls and charged the cannons. The outpost was small, never meant for battle. But they had no choice. The enemy ships landed on the far side of the ridge. Alien guards stepped out. It wore black armor and carried shock weapons. They moved in silence. A voice came from a loudspeaker. "Return the girl, or be destroyed. This is your only chance." Luke stood on top of the gate. "She stays. Try to take her and we fight." The voice said nothing more. The battle began. The enemy moved fast. Their weapons hit hard. The ground shook. Walls cracked. But Luke and his team held the line. They used traps, old machines, and smart moves. Every inch was earned with fire and sweat. Mia stayed in the middle of the base. Her hands moved through the air. Broken machines came to life. Shields turned back on. Weapons aimed by themselves. Then something new happened. One of the alien guards fired a blast straight at Luke. It should have hit him, but it stopped in the air and vanished. Luke turned to see Mia, her eyes glowing bright. "You're not hurt," she said. "You stopped it," he said, shocked. "I felt it," Mia said. "I told it to stop, and it did." The battle raged on. But with Mia's help, the outpost held strong. More guards fell. Their leader gave a signal, and they began to retreat. When it was over, the base was damaged but standing. Luke sat on a crate, breathing heavy. Mia stood beside him, not even tired. "You saved all of us," he said. She looked down. "I didn't want to hurt them." "You didn't," he said. "You protected us. There's a big difference." After the fight, the other soldiers came to her, not with fear, but with respect. One man gave her a tool and asked her to fix a broken drone. She smiled and said yes. In the days that followed, she helped rebuild the outpost. She made things better than before, stronger, smarter. She spoke more, laughed a little. The fear was gone. But Luke knew the Queen would not stop. This was just the start. One evening, an old alien came to the outpost. His clothes were torn, and his face was marked with age. He said he once served the Queen long ago. "I know who the girl is," he said, "and what she has inside." Luke listened closely. "The Queen feared her daughter from the day she was born," the old alien said. "She carries an ancient gift, power that was lost long ago. Only a few ever had it. They could feel machines, heal life, and stop harm with their mind. They were called the Voice." "So Mia is one of them?" Luke asked. "Yes," he said. "But the Queen ordered her mind blocked. She made her weak on purpose, to stop the power." Mia listened in silence, her eyes full of pain, then strength. "She can't stop me now," Mia said. The old alien nodded. "No, she can't. Not anymore." Luke looked at Mia. "Are you ready for what comes next?" Mia took his hand. "I am," above them. The sky was clear but far away, deep in the dark. The Queen was planning her next move. She would come again, but next time the battle would be greater. And Mia would be ready. The battle was over, but the silence felt heavy. The broken ground outside the outpost was still hot. Smoke rose from burnt weapons and fallen machines. Luke and his team cleared the area. Mia stood in the middle, her eyes closed. Her hands were calm, but her mind was full. Inside the command room, Luke studied the files taken from the Queen's ship. They were old records, sealed and marked secret. One file had symbols Luke did not understand, but Mia looked at it and said, "This is about me." She touched the screen. The file opened. It showed her name, her age, and something else. Strange marks, blood scans, brain waves. "This says my mind was locked," Mia said. "By force, not by nature." "She did this to keep you weak," Luke said. "No," Mia said. "She did this to keep others safe. She thought I would become a monster." Luke stared at the file. She was wrong. "You're not a monster." "She feared the old power," Mia said. "It's something rare, something ancient. It comes from the first rulers of her kind. Do you have it now?" Mia nodded. "Yes, duh. But it's not just power. It's memory. It's connection." She turned and placed her hand on the table. Blue light moved under her fingers. The machines in the room came to life, smoother and faster than before. Lights dimmed and pulsed with her breath. "I don't control machines," Mia said. "I feel them. I fix them. I help them speak." Luke watched her. She wasn't just strong. She was becoming something new. Outside, the people at the outpost started to change too. No one mocked her now. They came to her for help. Some asked her to heal wounds, others asked her to repair gear. She did it all with quiet focus. One soldier named Ben had lost his arm in the last fight. He sat alone, not speaking. Mia walked to him. She didn't ask, just placed her hand near the metal stump. A glow passed over it. Metal and skin began to shift. Not fast, but slow. The start of something new. Ben looked at her, shocked. "What are you?" "I don't know yet," she said. "But I can help." In the nights that followed, Mia spent hours in the old lab at the edge of the base. She worked with tools and wires, but also with touch and thought. Machines changed shape. Old tech became new. The outpost began to grow stronger, smarter. Luke joined her one evening. He watched her bend light around a metal frame. "You're building something," he said. "A core," she said. "A mind for the base. Something to learn and protect." "When I'm not here, you're planning to leave," he said. "Not yet," she said. "But one day I might have to." Luke sat beside her. "You don't have to fix everything." "I want to," Mia said. "Not because they made me, but because it feels right." The stars above the outpost seemed closer now. Ships passed in the far sky. News had spread. Other groups sent messages. Some were curious, some were scared. One message came from deep space. It was old code, not used in years. Mia read it and went still. "Someone knows what I am," she said. "Someone who has the same power." Luke looked at the message. "Is it a trap?" "Maybe," Mia said. "But maybe it's a call, a warning, or a guide." "What do you want to do?" "I want to learn," she said. "I need to know where this power came from, why it was hidden, and I'll go with you," Luke said. Mia smiled. "Thank you." He stood. "But we have to be ready. Your mother might try again, or others like her." Mia nodded. "I know. That's why we keep building. We train, we help, we prepare." In the next weeks, the outpost changed. New towers rose. Machines moved with thought. Soldiers trained harder. Mia led with calm strength. Luke stood by her side. She was no longer the weak girl sent as a joke. She was the mind behind the shield, the light in the storm. And soon, she would face the truth behind her gift. But for now, she built. She learned. And she waited for the one who sent the message from the dark. The signal from deep space came again, this time stronger. Mia stood near the COM panel, eyes fixed on the screen. The words were few, but clear. "Come. The truth waits." Luke entered the room. "Is it the same sender?" Mia nodded. "Yes, they're close now. Do you still want to meet them?" "I have to," Mia said. "This power inside me is only part of something bigger. If I don't learn the full truth, others might suffer." "Then we leave tomorrow," Luke said. The next morning, a small ship left the outpost. Luke flew it. Mia sat beside him. Behind them, the outpost stood strong, guarded, and ready. The sky was clear as they moved into space. 3 days passed before they reached the place in the message. It was an empty field of stars, quiet and cold. Then a shape appeared. Ship, old and strange, made of dark stone and glowing marks. It didn't move like normal ships, floated, slow and smooth, like it was alive. A voice came through their system. "We see you, child of the lost blood. Enter." The walls inside the ship were warm, filled with soft lights. A tall figure waited. Not alien, not human, but something in between. Her skin was pale gold. Her eyes held time. "Carry the gift," she said to Mia. "You carry the light that was hidden." Mia looked at her. Why was it hidden? Why did they fear it? Because power with heart is rare, the figure said. Long ago, the rulers feared those who healed more than those who destroyed. So they buried the bloodlines that could connect to life. You were like me, I was, the figure said. Long ago. Now I remain to teach, to pass the truth. She led them through the ship. They saw rooms full of memory crystals. Each one held the thoughts of others like Mia, stories of hope, of pain, of power. Your mother feared you, the figure said, but fear is weak. You are not. Mia touched one of the crystals. A wave of knowledge flowed into her mind. She saw the past. A world where people like her built cities, healed worlds, stopped wars. Then they were hunted, wiped out and forgotten. But not all are gone, the figure said. Some still sleep, hidden, waiting for the light to return. What must I do? Wake them, lead them, protect them. The galaxy needs balance again. Mia stood still. She felt the weight of the truth. She was not just a mistake or a joke. She was part of something that had once shaped stars. Luke watched her, silent. He knew she had changed, not just stronger, but deeper. They left the old ship with the knowledge and returned to the outpost. Time moved fast. Word spread. Others came, not to fight, but to join. People who had felt the same strange power. People who had been quiet too long. Mia taught them. She showed them how to listen to machines, how to heal with thought, how to protect without fear. The outpost became more than a base. It became a place of learning, a place of power. Ships came from across space. Leaders came to speak with her. Some came with pride. Some came with fear. But all came with respect. Then one day the Queen returned. Not with ships or weapons, but alone. She stood at the gate and asked to see Mia. Luke met her there. Why are you here? To speak, she said. Mia came forward. The two faced each other again. You still rule, Mia said. Yes, the Queen said. But the people no longer follow out of fear. They speak your name. They watch your light. What do you want? To understand, to learn, and maybe to change. Mia looked at her. I am not your tool. I never was. I see that now, the Queen said. Mia nodded. Then come. Sit, listen. Not as ruler, but as student. The galaxy did not change in one day, but the spark had started. Mia stood at the center of it. No longer the gift meant to shame a soldier. No longer the broken girl locked away. It was the voice of a forgotten legacy. The builder of peace. The light that showed others the way. And Luke, the soldier who saw her when no one else did, stood by her side as the stars began to heal.